Good day, magical linguists! Today, we embark on an enchanting journey into the realm of weak forms in phonetics. Weak forms, like the marauders' map's hidden charms, are changes in pronunciation that occur when specific words become unstressed in conversation. They add a magical touch to spoken language, making it more fluid and natural. For instance, that can be pronounced as that, strong form, or that, weak form. Now, why do we embrace these linguistic enchantments? Think of weak forms as the invisibility cloaks of phonetics. Their purpose is to maintain the rhythm and flow of speech, allowing words to seamlessly blend into the magical conversation without stealing the spotlight. As being said, weak forms, like the skill necessary to make polyjuice potion, play an important role in communication, allowing us to preserve energy by lowering focus on individual syllables or words. Approximately 40 English terms have this dual pronunciation potential. Interestingly, some people, particularly foreigners, may employ only strong forms of speech while remaining understandable to English speakers. However, delving into the realm of weak forms isn't merely about communication, it's about natural fluency. Most native English speakers find an all-strong form of pronunciation unnatural and alien, something learners often seek to avoid. Furthermore, the problem is one of comprehension. Speakers unfamiliar with weak forms may have difficulty understanding those who use them, because almost all native British English speakers use weak forms. Learners must understand these nuances in order to read spoken English. In short, unraveling the complexities of strong and weak forms is more than just a linguistic exercise. It is the gateway to fluid and natural English communication. That's all from me. I pass to the next speech.
Picture navigating the wizardry of English sounds where weak forms are subtle spells woven into speech. To grasp their charm, we must first distinguish them from their bolder counterparts, the strong forms. It's comparable to recognizing different magical spells in the wizarding world. So, why bother with this linguistic magic? Well, think of it as learning the right spell for the right situation. Native English speakers, much like wizards at Hogwarts, prefer the natural flow of weak forms over the somewhat unnatural all-strong form pronunciation. Now, let's dive into the wizarding world of Harry Potter for some examples. First up, when the weak form word appears at the end of a sentence, it becomes strong standing tall like a wizard facing a challenge. In Draco Malfoy's words,
Draco Malfoy. Think my name is funny, do you?
So notice how the word you at the end gains strength? Think my name is funny, do you? Yeah. Next, imagine weak forms engaging in a linguistic duel when contrasted with other words. It's like a magical face-off between words. As George Weasley said,
"He's not Fred, I am. Honestly, woman, you call yourself our mother."
Oh.
Here, he's contrasts with the emphasis on I, showcasing the power of strong forms. He's not Fred, I am. Then comes emphasizing, stressing a weak form for added impact, echoing the way wizards emphasize certain words in their incantations. As Hermione Granger replied to Ronald Weasley,
"No, you can't! There must be another way!"
the stress on must, there must be another way, adds weight to the revelation. Finally, quoting a weak form is akin to reciting a magical incantation, giving it special potency. Consider Rubeus Hagrid's words, for example.
He's going to the finest school of witchcraft and wizardry in the world, and he will be under the finest headmaster that Hogwarts has ever seen, Albus Dumbledore.
The quoting of "and" bestows upon it profound and enduring magic. And, in essence, understanding strong forms is like unlocking the magic within English pronunciation, just as wizards unlock the secrets of spells in the enchanting world of Harry Potter. Alright, let's continue on our magical journey. So actually, there are 28 common weak forms. However, we are only going to be focusing the ones that we have found in the Harry Potter franchise. The first one, as Hermione says, you're going to take someone's eye out. Now, let's actually hear how she says it.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Stop. You're going to take someone's eye out.
When we listen carefully, Hermione's "to" is not stressed. So if we transcribe what she said, it will probably look something like this. However, the "to" isn't actually the way she says it. She does not say "to" as "to." She says, you're going to take someone's eye out. It would probably look a little something like this. That is how she pronounced it. Let's move on to the next quote. This next quote is actually said by Snape. Let's hear it. Roll the clip.
Don't move, Potter. I'll get rid of it for you.
Again, listen carefully. The way he says "of," I'll get rid of it for you. The word "of," the vowel in "of" is reduced instead of "of." It is reduced and it is linked to the next word, thus making it a weak form. So if we were to transcribe it, it would probably look something like this, the "of" specifically. But he pronounced it more with a schwa. Instead of, it's "of." I'll get rid of it for you. Here's a little extra information for you to carry with on your journey. So the prepositions "to" and "of" can actually be stressed, but only if they are at the final position of a sentence. So in that case, they are not a weak form. For example, you have to. So that is all from me. Let's pass this on to the next witch.
Before we start, let's watch another short clip, shall we?
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
Quoting from George Weasley, I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. If we were to stress every word, it will sound very awkward. Thus, it is no surprise to learn that students who are in the early stages of early learning English usually use strong forms and they sound very unnatural. Thus, if we were to follow the exact description of this, it would sound like this. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. But taking from the way George was speaking, it would sound like M sounds pronounced as and for the word that, it is weakened by linking onto the word after it, which is I. That's I. The word to was also pronounced weakly, like to. Before flying into conclusion, I would like to add in my personal favorite quote from Sirius Black. Here we go.
Get away from my godson.
In the sentence, get away from my godson, the weak form is the word godson, which is pronounced as godson. These are the examples of weak forms that the syllable sounds becomes unstressed in connected speech and are often pronounced as a schwa. There was also the preposition from that was not stressed when Sirius Black had said it. We can conclude from the short clip that the only stressed words are get away. In conclusion, weak forms in English are essential aspects of the language that can impact a learner's understanding and pronunciation. Weak forms are often pronounced with a schwa, making them weak and sometimes difficult to hear properly. They can be identified in spelling by contractions such as I am, strong form, and I'm, weak form. So why do grammatical words weaken the way they are? So it's all about rhythm. The way English is pronounced makes it necessary to weaken the function words so you can keep the rhythm going. Thus, by understanding and incorporating weak forms into your language practice, you can improve your pronunciation and comprehension of English. Now, young linguistic wizards, we have come to the end of our magical journey. Thank you for tuning in, and with that, Lumos.